Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, to my YouTube channel, and thank you so much for watching my videos. To those that are new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe, and to those that have been watching but have not yet subscribed, please also do not forget to subscribe. Also to those that have subscribed, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. And for some information, you do not pay for the subscription. It's free. Oh, the sun, let me stand here. It's actually at no cost. Yeah, so I just wanted to open this vlog. It will probably be a few days in my life, and at the moment we just had load shedding, and the time is 18 minutes past 6, and I am just thinking that we're having 2 hours of load shedding. Just to kill that time, we can go to the park, me and the baby. I can just take him to the park for some playtime, and then we'll probably come back at 7 so that he can have his night bath before he sleeps. He has had his supper already. I give him his supper past 5 just when he comes back from crash, because at school they give them lunch. They give them lunch around past 11, so that's too early, and then past 3 it's snack. So by the time he gets home, he's really hungry because he always finish his food. And also it's very hot outside, so I just need to put on his t-shirt. I took it off when we got home. I need to put it back. I also need to put on his hat. I have my hat. I'm feeling so hot because my hair, I have thick hair and it's a lot, so underneath it feels like I have two hats on, but I need to, because my hair is a mess, and at this point I honestly cannot do anything about it because work, during the day I'm busy with work, and hopefully this weekend I'll do something about it if I have time. But at the moment I just quickly need to put his t-shirt and then we can go. Oh, put the hat on. We are ready to go.
Hello.
We just found the ball here at the park and he's playing with it. I just quickly want to play some music so that he can dance. So I'm just trying to find something for him. Hey. Hey. Kacay, regalo. How do you guys handle this natural hair? Because I don't really, I'm just fixing this. I really cannot work. I can't do much with my one. Thing is, I have hair for days and days and days, and this is a lot, this is a lot, and that's why I have a hat on. And the plan was to actually, let me put the hat on, back on. So the last week ended and I thought that I'll be able to do my hair. I was gonna braid my own hair. So when I used to have relaxed hair, my hair was long enough that I was able to actually just wash my hair and just braid myself. Now when this hair was small, I felt that I still needed to grow it, but it is long enough now because it does stretch. So last time I actually went to the salon to get my hair washed, and then after the hair wash I asked them to like section it and like plait singles so that I can just put braids on top of singles. So they did that, and it was easy and quick for me to actually do the braids. But this time I don't have time to go to the salon, so now I'm supposed to wash my own hair and I really cannot do that, especially having to hair dry. So I think weekend I have to make time so that I go to the salon. They do what they did last time, so I can just put braids on top, because it's not the neatest. I don't know, maybe I can't take care of my one yet, and honestly I haven't taken time to actually understand much about the hair, so could also be that. And yeah, we're still here at the park. There's another child that came and they're playing together, if you can see there. Yeah, they're playing together. I don't know the child, but he's kind enough to share his ball with him. There's another ball here underneath the one that he was playing with, but he came with his own ball, I believe so. But they're playing using that ball. It's still 20 to 7. So yeah, I'll still stay here maybe until 7. Oh, I wanted to show you guys that there's also like a board, like an educational board here, which I can make use of, but not now because he's still young. Then we can just make it fun by leaving the house and coming here, maybe just learning, teaching him how to write his name, and maybe do the 1 2 3 5 here outside, and then after that we can play and all of that. But I'll need to buy chalk, because if you can see, it's like gray wall and currently chalk has been used, so I can just buy chalk and then we come here. But at the moment he's still too young for that. We're still doing books and accounting and all of that at the moment. So now he's 18 months, and I think maybe now it's Jan, he's 18 months, and 19 Feb, 20 March. Hopefully by March we can do something, because March it's still warm outside. We will be able to do something. But of course when he's to where I believe he'll be able to write and do all those other things, it's going to be cold because he's a winter baby. So yeah, but we can still make use of the wall next year as well, hopefully, if we would still be staying here, or something good would have came up, something else good would have came up. But for now I'm just hoping, well, for now we will make use of that wall. He took off his hat. I left his bottle on purpose. I just want him to drink more water, but he hasn't drank yet, and he gets too excited when he sees other kids. So I'm sure he's gonna cry when he is leaving, when the other kids leaving. Hopefully more of them come, because it's too quiet here. You hardly see kids, but when you do see them, they will be like in bunches of 3 or 4. They do play outside, and I feel like we have few kids here. Majority they're young, and yeah, even when they play outside, you hardly even hear that there's people playing outside or kids playing outside. And also this part of the park is just on the side of the apartments. It's not like in between them. But I should think that if they could be loud, maybe those that are closer, they'll be able to hear. And also just outside there's like a pathway, so it's not like there's another complex outside. So yeah, I'll stay here at the park and then we'll talk some other time. I just don't want to bore you guys with all the information about the park. welcome back to my channel. It's still the same day, but it's in the evening now. Baby's sleeping here next to me, that's why I am not trying to raise my voice. Hopefully you guys can hear me. He's sleeping here dead tired, and he has made me tired as well, but that's like part of my life. It got to a point where I started getting used to that. I don't get too tired anymore. So I just came here. Firstly, let me just recap what happened. We went to the park, he played. As I've said, that we were trying to kill that 2 hours of load shedding. We were at the park from, I think we went there, we moved from the house past 6. It's the park I was talking about, it's in the complex. Then he played. I was just checking up on him, moving around. Past 7, when we had to come back home, that's where it didn't go well. We had our fight and all of that. He was causing a scene, but that's like the normal. That's why I only take him to the park when I know that I have energy for that. So we came back home and he was kicking and screaming and all of that. And then when we got to the house, the plan was to bath him because it was too hot. And also now that it's summer, I am getting him back to bathing twice a day. Then we came home. I hope my hair is not looking too bad. Then we came back home and then I bathed him, and in the bath the plan was to 5-10 minutes bath, which took an hour as well, because he was kicking and screaming. He just didn't want to get out of the bath, and he has those moments where you'd want him to come out of the bath and he wouldn't want. It was one of those. So it was fine. I let him stay and I was just monitoring him. I was in the bathroom as well. I let him stay. That was for 40 minutes to almost 50 minutes. And then I had to force him to get out. And he was again kicking and screaming and fighting. And then, but I forced it. And then I breastfed him. So, and also speaking about breastfeeding, I decided to do the sit down so that I can just explain my journey. I don't want to say parenting because I'm not focusing on everything, but it got me thinking. When I was breastfeeding him, it got me thinking that maybe I should just share my breastfeeding journey as well as his food journey, if I can put it that way. I'll explain what I mean by that shortly. So just to start off by breastfeeding, I gave birth in June 2021, and I was exclusively breastfeeding the first and the second month. On the third month, I then had to slowly ease him into mixing breast milk and formula. I just didn't want to wait until the 4th, which was the last month of my maternity, to get him used to the formula. And I also feared forcing him. I just wanted that process to be easier for him without me feeling under pressure in terms of time, which would force me to force him to, or I would feel the pressure to force him to take the formula. And by the way, I was fortunate enough to actually, my maternity started on the day I gave birth, which was supposed to be my last day of work. So I stayed at home with baby for the exact 4 months. Then I went back to work on the 5th month, on his 5th month, which was, let me say, on the first day of his 5th month. So yes, going back to, so it was the 3rd month and I started introducing formula. I don't really remember which formula his dad purchased, and I gave him that. So I gave him that, and he took it well. From the first day, he took it well, but then we were told that I think that formula was too sweet. Then we had to change to S26. I think it's called S26 or S21, but we had to change to that. Then he again received that very well. So now I was happy that now I can juggle between formula and breast milk. Then I had to make the decision when it comes to nighttime if I want him to breastfeed or take formula. And then I decided that I preferred breastfeeding because it only took me 5 minutes max to feed him until he went back to his sleep. So his night feeds wouldn't be too long. And I was just trying to move away from the responsibility of having to make sure that the water is warm enough, the measurements are exact or as per the good taste for him, and all of that. For me, it felt like it was going to be a lot of admin, and the best way out, it was breastfeeding, because whenever I would breastfeed him, I would be sleepy as well. So when he sleeps after that 5 minutes, I would immediately go back to my sleep as well. But then in between, where maybe I would be tired, he would still take formula. Yeah, so that was that. So basically at night I was breastfeeding. Then came to a time where I was going back to office. But even though I was breastfeeding at night, during my maternity, I was still mostly breastfeeding, but I was also training him not to want breast breastfeeding breast milk breast milk during the day. So I'll try, even though we are in the house together, I'll try not to give him breast milk. Okay, so that went well. Then I went back to the office, and it was not a problem because he was used to not having breast milk during the day. And then that was the beginning of the 4th month. When he was starting his 6th month, he just decided to stop taking formula. At this point, I was working from home, but most of the time I was with him. He decided he doesn't want formula anymore. Now I had to breastfeed, and the the most painful thing that happened was, it was December. I purchased 2 big cans of S26 of that milk, and he just didn't want to take it. And the worst thing is, I'm the person that I hate the admin of moving things around. So if I know that he spends time at my mom's place and here, I make sure that he has toiletries at home and he has toiletries at my place. So with the milk, that was the same thing. I took 1 big can home, and I kept 1. So both cans were open. I couldn't even sell it. I couldn't do any. I couldn't even give it. So I could not give away his milk. Then I had to. Let me just try and move this. Yeah. Then I just had to keep the milk until I had to throw it away, and he was still consistent with his decision that he's not going to take the formula again. So basically he stopped taking formula at 5 months. Then I had to continue breastfeeding. Then he started to crash, so I tried to express milk so that he can have at school. he refused. Well, so now he's 18 months in 4 days, and I'm still breastfeeding. I'm enjoying it. I think I would have stopped, even though he didn't like formula. I think I would have stopped if I was not enjoying breastfeeding, but because I am enjoying it, I am still breastfeeding, and I think I'll still breastfeed him maybe until he's 2, at least when he's 2. So yeah, that's that when it comes to breastfeeding. And then the second thing I wanted to talk about was, I wanted to talk about his food. So when he was, well, he started having food when he was 4 months. When he, on that first day of my the first day I went back to the office, he started eating, which was after, it was after 4 months. So he started taking eating solids, and then fruits and veggies and all of that. So my plan was that I don't want to introduce him to purity, or let me say puree, but the purity type of, I basically wanted him to have puree from home, which worked. I mean, it worked because he has never had purity in his life. Not because I have something against those, but I just preferred to make them myself, or my mom would help me. Most of the time she would be the one helping me. I would buy pre-packed fruits and veggies, fruits and veggies that are already chopped, or sometimes I would just buy like not chopped ones, and then my mom would help in that regard. So it worked. He has now, I'm at a point now where I am actually getting him out of, like, weaning him up out of purees now. So he's having, he does have rice, pasta, he eats a lot of things, and I'm still introducing him to more. Even when it comes to his cereal, I stopped buying the baby cereal. Now I'm introducing him to is to mealie meal porridge, oats, and wheat bix. He enjoys wheat bix. He enjoys porridge. He has not enjoyed the oats. I don't know, maybe it's because of the texture and the mouth, in the mouth, because it's not soft like the other two. So yeah, we'll get there. And yeah, with all this TED talk or this chit chat, this video, I know at the beginning I actually said that it was going to be a few days in my life, but because now we went to the park. See, he's waking up, but now I'm wrapping up because we went to the park. I just thought, let me just speak more about him and make this vlog like a day in the life of a baby with some chit chat. And yeah, I'm just gonna close this here and end it. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and also share in the comment section if you are still breastfeeding and how old your baby is, or the reason why you stopped breastfeeding your baby and when was that. And lastly, don't forget to subscribe, like this video. And yeah, we've come to the end of it. So far so good. Being a mother is great. It has its ups, it does have its downs, but yeah, overall it's a great journey. And I have the busiest baby, exciting, like, yeah, it's great. I would not choose to be anyone else's mom, if I would have to do it again, I would again choose to be his mom.